So today, let's talk about something that could totally reshape how you build your resume. It's called the Academic Bank of Credits, and it's all about bridging that frustrating gap between what your degree says and what employers really want to see. Let's get into how it works.
Think about it for a second. You spend all these years working towards a diploma, but does that piece of paper truly capture everything you're capable of? What about those hands-on projects, the specific software you mastered, or that real-world training you did? More often than not, the answer is no. And that disconnect, that's a huge hurdle when you're trying to land a job. This problem actually has a name. It's called the modern skills gap. It's this growing disconnect between what you learn in college and what you actually need to do in your career. And that's the exact problem this whole new system is trying to fix.
So what exactly is the skills gap? Well, to put it simply, employers are out there looking for people with very specific practical abilities, but universities often focus more on general, foundational knowledge. What you end up with is this mismatch, where graduates struggle to prove they're ready for the job, and employers can't seem to find the right people. Okay, so how in the world do we bridge that gap? Well, the solution we're talking about today is based on a really powerful but simple idea. What if you had a bank, not for your money, but for your skills? And that's exactly what the Academic Bank of Credits, or ABC, is. It's a digital system where you can officially bank every single academic achievement. And I'm not just talking about courses. We're talking about apprenticeships, certifications, project work, all of it. Everything gets stored, it's verified, and it's ready for you to share whenever you need it. And seriously, this bank analogy, it's perfect. Just like a bank statement proves you have financial assets, your ABC account proves you have intellectual assets and real-world skills. Every time you finish a module or an apprenticeship, you deposit credits. And when you need to show an employer what you can do, you just withdraw them by sharing a verified portfolio. So the big question, how does this actually help you land a job? All right, let's break down how the ABC can boost your employability, turning that classroom theory into solid proof of what you're capable of. For you as a student, the process is actually really straightforward. First, you're earning credits from all sorts of places, not just your standard classes. Second, you bank all these verified achievements into your own personal ABC portfolio. And finally, you get to present a hand-picked selection of those skills to employers, matching exactly what they're searching for. So, what kind of stuff can you actually deposit in this bank? Well, we're talking about credits from projects sponsored by actual companies, real-world work experience, apprenticeships, basically any verified skill that goes way beyond a typical transcript. And these are precisely the kinds of things that make an employer's ears perk up. And this is the real game changer. With a system like ABC, you're not just handing over a generic resume anymore. You get to be a curator. You assemble a portfolio of verified credits that is tailor-made for the exact job you want. It's targeted, it's powerful, and it's a whole lot more effective. What this all means is that your resume is no longer just a static, one-size-fits-all piece of paper. It becomes this dynamic, living portfolio that proves what you can do, and you can customize it for every single opportunity that comes your way. Okay, but this whole thing isn't just a win for students. It totally changes the game for employers too. So let's flip the script for a minute and look at how the ABC system completely reshapes the hiring landscape from their perspective. Think about the old way, right? A recruiter sees a generic degree title, and they have to basically guess if a candidate has the practical skills they need. But in this new way, with the ABC, that same recruiter sees a targeted portfolio of verified skills. There's no guesswork. They know exactly what a person can do. And for an employer, this is huge. A traditional degree is great. It confirms you have that foundational knowledge. But the ABC portfolio, that verifies you have the applied skills. A candidate who can show they have both is incredibly valuable because it signals they're ready to jump in and contribute from day one. So, what's the bottom line here? The end result is a much, much stronger bridge between the world of school and the world of work. That skills gap starts to shrink because now students are encouraged to get industry-relevant experience, and employers have a reliable way to actually see and verify those skills. And this all leads to a really big question for the future, doesn't it? As systems like the Academic Bank of Credits become more common, will we see a day when a curated portfolio of verified skills actually becomes more valuable to an employer than a traditional diploma? Now that's a thought that could completely redefine what it means to be qualified.